If you are a fan of Peter Kosminski's work, and I am, you will know how capable he is of reaching into your brain and loosening even your tightest held beliefs. It feels a bit like a magic trick. He did it again and again in his four-part drama The Promise, about the Israel-Palestine conflict. His new drama The State Channel 4, Sunday isn't as ambiguous. Kosminski, revealing life in Islamic State's self-declared caliphate, is not trying, to borrow a phrase from Donald Trump, to show there are very fine people on both sides. But this first episode, the others show over the next 3 nights, does seek to understand why a handful of people, who enjoy all the freedoms and privileges of the liberal democracies of their birth, would give it all up to join this deranged death cult. Like all Kosminski's work, it is clever, gripping and uncomfortable. Well-researched and based on real stories, it also feels genuinely enlightening. It is 2015 and we join 4 British extremists as they are leaving home for Syria for the Kosminski take on the process of radicalization. See his earlier work Brits. The ISIS welcome is friendly and warm. There's an awful lot of hugging. I mean, yes, it's horrific that the women aren't allowed out, but here the new female recruits are, in the women's hostel, all chatting and shrieking with laughter over dinner. The men, meanwhile, getting used to being glorified. And there's a swimming pool at their training camp in Raqqa. 5-star jihad, says one. Kosminski makes it possible to envy their sense of community, which is a guilty, unnerving feeling. Londoner Jalal Samotto knows what's at stake. His brother also travelled from the UK to Syria to fight for ISIS and was martyred. His friend Ziad Ryan McKen goes with him. Ushna Shivani Cameron, a teenager with a warped idea of romance, has visions of marrying the sort of fighter SHES seen on social media. She wants, she says dreamily, to be a lioness amongst the lions. Shakira Oniuiara, older, is a doctor and motivated by state building and a chance to test herself. And SHES inflicting this on her 9-year-old son, the sweet-natured Isaac Nanarajamabediako, who she has taken with her. There are soon hints that all is not well. Whatever they have seen on Facebook, the women can't be single here, they're told. They have to be married off as soon as possible. Shakira wants to practice medicine. She was told online she could, she says. This turns out to be untrue. That will depend on your husband when you marry, says Lead Jessica Gunning, a white American convert. Smiling condescendingly she calls everyone sweetie, making it sound as brittle and sharp as a sherbet lemon. She will have to be fully covered, long black gloves, rather than latex ones, and abaya, the cloak covering her clothes, rather than scrubs, and accompanied by a male guardian. At the men's training camp in Raqqa, army camaraderie is in short supply. Don't get too attached to the brother next to you, the instructor Yazan Ator tells the recruits. His greatest wish is to be Shaheed martyred. There are translations on the screen. It may be granted today or tomorrow. Very few brothers live for more than a year. Despite being able to assemble an AK-47 at speed, there are signs Jalal may not be up to his new life. The nascent jihadists are shown a film of a beheading and he can't bring himself to watch. He is not entirely, then, a hateful character. None of the British recruits are. It's easier to despise the brutal commanders, or the zealous converts who know more than us BRUV, as they pick up on minor infractions of the Quran, murderousness and pedantry being, of course, the 2 worst personality traits. This has been Kosminski's biggest challenge, how to make an audience invest in these people, even care about them to some degree, without being an apologist. That he has largely succeeded is down to his skill and the humanity of his actors, particularly Uiara, whose fleeting expressions hint at a character who is going to struggle with the new restrictions placed upon her. That I felt sympathy for her even while thinking, it's your own fault, you can't say you didn't know, says more about her and her director's talent than it does about me. I get the sense our limits of compassion are going to be tested over the next 3 nights. Not everyone, this year of all years, will want to go there.